What up, what up, what up? It's Mike and EJ Sportscast. You already know we disappointed about this playoff loss. Um, but before we get into that, we're gonna go ahead and break down the intro for you. What up, what up, what up? So EJ, man, how you feeling, bro?
Bro, honestly, I'm just sick of being so disappointed with this team, man. It was a disappointing game. It's just been a disappointing year overall for the Bears, man. It's like God, it's just depressing how bad the offense is.
And to put up 3 points practically through 4 quarters, I think we saw that maybe like 5 times this season, where they weren't, they couldn't move the ball, and it showed. Like, people were saying that they wouldn't be able to do anything against good defenses, or at least decent defenses. Because believe it or not, the Saints don't have great defense. They're just pretty good. That's all.
Yeah,
And they locked us down. Like, people making bonehead decisions, bonehead moves. Like, the list goes on, bro. With this team, man, it was sad to watch, man. Like, you get excited for a second because the defense has to score 7-3 in the third quarter, and you got the ball in your hands to start the third. What
yep,
more do you want in a playoff game? Like, to be honest, what more could you be asking for from a defense? And you're going against a Hall of Fame quarterback,
yep,
and your defense has him at 7 points. Think about that for a second.
yeah,
Like,
man.
the offense was just like non-existent as usual. Like, what the? I have no words for these people anymore.
Yeah, man. And it's like you said, man. It's like the defense was doing pretty well for the most part. It's like the offense was just like it was throws that Mitch missed, like they showed it on the broadcast that he could have made, but he didn't. His decision making has just been like, why are we still questioning this dude's decision making at this point in his career? It doesn't make any sense, and it's just like the offense is just so bland, and it's like when they can't run the ball, it's like they really are ineffective because that play action don't really do nothing. Oh, we just know you about to just this is about to be a pass regardless. We don't care about the play action. They might flinch for like a half a second, but like, oh, we know this is a pass. They not running the ball because like they run game was terrible. What was how many yards did Montgomery have yesterday?
Not
Like
very much, bro.
he only had 31 yards on 12 carries. Like that's pretty sad. Like he didn't do nothing yesterday. They gave him no room to run whatsoever. It's like Mitch had a 199. He threw one touchdown, but that was in garbage time. So it's like, I mean,
Did he have any interceptions? I couldn't remember.
nah, he didn't throw a pick. He didn't throw any picks. He but he was being real conservative with the football. Like he did have a couple of throws down the field, but I mean, like the one to Wims. Like, how in the world do you drop that? He literally, that was his best throw probably of the darn game, and he literally laid it in his right where he had it. like right in his breadbasket, and dude dropped it. It literally went
It
right
hit him
through
in
his
his
arm.
chest. It literally hit
Yes,
him in the chest, bro.
yes. It's
On
like
a
I've never.
throw that was thrown over your head, how does it hit? Like literally, that ball literally like couldn't have been put any more perfect. It
Yep,
hits his chest, and then the ball goes through his hand.
yep. It was ridiculous, man. It's like
And it, and like, dude, my dad doesn't even watch football. Like, not seriously. He doesn't really watch football that much. And he's like, you're in the NFL, you don't get that type of separation on people, let
no,
alone in the end zone. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you get that type of opportunity and you're a third string, fourth string, fifth string wide receiver. I don't know what string he is because I know he doesn't start.
no.
I'm pretty sure he's like fourth string because I know it's Mooney, Miller, and Allen Robinson before him. But bro,
Yeah.
you got your shot in a wild card game, Nickelodeon. Everybody's watching. No, on a serious note, bro, you can't drop that, and that just sucked the morale out of me, and I know it sucked the morale out of the team, bro.
You could feel it just watching the game, like you said. Like when he dropped that pass, like literally, it was like the life got sucked out of them. They didn't know what to do. It was like, I mean, I was sitting there watching it. I was like dumbfounded. I'm like, I'm all over about to flip out because like I think he had a touchdown because it was a really good play call. They said they've had that play like what for weeks, I think, and they wanted to find. They finally decided to use it in this game, and it worked. The play literally worked perfectly, but dude dropped the pass. It's like plays like that. It's like when you expect to get a touch. It was like literally a microcosm of the season, man. It's like just too many missed opportunities when you need them. Like that team right there, when you're playing against a good team like the Saints, that's a mistake you cannot make. Like period, point blank, the end. And he just dropped the ball. He just lost his concentration. He, I know what happened. He saw it where the ball was. And he was like, "Oh, this is gonna be easy catch." And he kind of like let down. He kind of like let his guard down, like, oh, okay, I got this. And then he didn't execute it. He's like, oh yeah, that's gonna be easy. And then he didn't execute it. And that's what happened. He literally like,
You
oh yeah, this
right.
is this money. This money. I got this. And then he didn't get it because he let his foot off the gas. Like, nah, man, you can't do that. Finish the play, then you can relax. Like he was literally too relaxed about it. That's what happened. And it's like
And I and, and I believe it. That sounds like that's the most logical conclusion I could have come up with. So that sounds right.
Yeah, man, I couldn't believe he dropped that pass. Like, I can't see my own face unless I was like sitting in the mirror, but I had like, I know for a fact I just had like this look of disbelief on my face that he dropped that freaking ball. Like, how do you let that happen? It's
And the
like,
funny thing is, I was watching it at my mom's house because, like I was telling you earlier before we started, like it was my son's birthday, so we're just celebrating and having a good time. I'm feeling good, thinking the Bears could possibly at least make it a game. I didn't really think we were gonna win. Like I was being realistic, so that way, in
mhm,
case we lost, like you was telling me, try not to be too optimistic in case you lose. It doesn't hurt that much, and it was true. It really didn't. It didn't hurt that much, but it was just like what hurt was that drop hurt, and the fact that it's like, yo, look how close the defense has this game for you, and this is what you're gonna do. This is what you decide to put up.
yeah, it's
Like
man, it's
it's
crazy.
unbelievable, bro.
Yeah, man, honestly it is. Like, I'm talking about the defense, man, it's just like they play pretty well for the most part, but let's not let them 100% off the hook because they missed a lot of tackles. Like I went back and watched some of the highlights, and man, they missed a lot of tackles. Like next year, and they got to work on like finishing plays and making tackles because I don't know what it is this year, but they missed a ton of tackles this year, like tackles they usually make. And Kyle Fuller, like the last few weeks, I don't know if you've been noticing, but he's like, he almost look like he don't want to tackle nobody. Like if you look at a highlight of him and like somebody's running down the field towards him, it's almost like he's like almost afraid to make commit to the tackle. I don't know what it is. And it's like, I don't know what his deal is, but it's like they missing tackles. Like they play. And then just like stupid mistakes, not being disciplined. They had a lot of mistakes like the offsides, the fast interference, the holding, stuff like that. You can't make them type of mistakes, especially on that fourth down in the red zone when Eddie Jackson hopped off sides and they got that first down on fourth down. That stuff
Hmm.
like you can't do that. You can't do that, especially against a winning team like the Saints.
I agree. I agree. And like you say, you can't make mistakes against a good team like the Saints. You already know that they got a good coach in Sean Payton. Like Sean Payton's one of the best coaches. So you know he's not gonna let his team make too many mistakes.
Yeah,
So the fact that like even the fact that Javon Wims was out there and Riley really wasn't, like that in itself, I'm thinking like, what's going on? Because if you seen the like, there was probably like maybe like two or three plays all year that Riley really was out there getting his chance. Guess what? I don't think the guy has a drop neither. Just like we
yeah,
were saying, Darnell Mooney had a he didn't have any drops. Neither did Ridley up to that point.
yeah,
So I don't know, bro. Something's got to give. Like the coaching, it's clearly that he's not utilizing the weapons that we have. Like it's obvious as day now. Like before, I was trying to give him his shot, but like now it's not about giving the people the shot. Like I'm growing old watching this team do the same mistakes. And it's like, why would I allow myself to keep watching a team that's gonna keep stepping on their own foot? Like last night,
bro.
I saw a team that just kept stepping on their own feet over and over and over again
Yeah,
until Sean Payton and crew decided that it was time to put you boys away.
yep,
Like that's practically what happened. Like here you go. Like like we're gonna keep you in the game just to make it interesting, and here we go. Like we're gonna let it rip when it really matters. And dude, you had them, bro. They were right there. Like I don't understand how much better you want the defense to keep the score on a legend. Like Drew Brees is a guaranteed Hall of Famer. Like I
yep,
tell me one thing about him that won't make him a Hall of Famer, you know? And the
yeah,
defense to do that, and then the offense to just put up a donut for pretty much after that they scored three, that lucky three. So
hmm,
I don't know what to say at this point, bro. It's starting to get ridiculous, man.
yeah, man. It honestly is, and it's like, I mean, it, it's like we've been dealing with these dudes doing this stuff for like this whole season, man. It's like you get off to that hot start, 5-1, and it's like I never felt honestly when they were 5-1, I didn't feel great about it. I'm like, yeah, they 5-1, but they got all these flaws that they got to get fixed. And it's like as the season went on, once they started playing the better teams, once they got to that harder part of that schedule, that's when the rubber met the road. And it's like, well, this is who the Bears really are. That 5-1, nah, that wasn't them. This 0-6, the 6 game losing streak against these really good teams. Oh yeah, that's the Bears. That's who they really are, and they just pretty much proved it. Like they had, I've seen a stat. They had one win this season against a team above 500. One. That is pathetic. And it's like you don't deserve to be in the playoffs because like the teams you playing, unless you're the NFC East of that garbage division. Everybody else is above 500. Then you playing against good teams. So it's like, what are you in the playoffs for if you can't beat good teams? Like they literally lucked into the playoffs. Like it sucks that they went out the way they did, and we as fans we got to deal with it. We get our hopes up. Oh, they made the playoffs because trust me, we all felt it. I know me and you talked about it. We felt like they had like a slight chance against the Saints. Like realistically, we didn't think they was going to win, but we felt like they at least had a chance to win. And the way they went out, it's like they literally went out with like a little like whimper. Like it was pathetic, man. It's like watch it. I can't stand watching they offense. Matt, God, please, Lord Jesus, don't let Matt Nagy be our quarterback next year. I cannot deal with this dude's offense another year, bro. It's horrible, man.
Nah, I agree. I agree 100%. And I mean, you sent me this earlier, so I might as well put it up. The one and only touchdown that we got last night.
Yep. That was literally in garbage time,
That's
bro.
the only highlight that that we were able to find.
That's sad. Literally the only highlight. That's sad.
Yo, I gotta one more time though. That was a nasty catch by Graham though.
Okay.
I put the wrong one here. That was a nasty catch, bro.
Dude, that was, bro.
Nasty,
That was a good catch.
nasty.
It
And you know
was.
what? I'm glad that we had Jimmy Graham because Cole Kmet got to learn from actually a good ass tight end. Like, at the end of the day, his effort might have not been there 100% on every play, but the dude is a good at tight end. Like, what do he have? Like 6, 7 touchdowns for us this year? Maybe a little bit
Yeah,
more.
he had
So
a decent amount for sure. They threw it to him a
yeah,
lot in the red
so
zone,
he
man.
was balling. Like, yeah, he had some bonehead moments, but he was good, bro. Um, we really missed Roquan Smith out there, but
Man, tell me about it.
not even as much as we thought though. Like, who we really missed was just the offense, bro. Like, think about it. They put up 21. If we would have just put up 24, we would have won. Like,
Yep.
yeah, thanks, Captain Obvious. But for real, the
Yeah.
defense did their thing. They like, I have nothing bad to say about the defense. Shout out Duke Shelley with
Yep.
that NO. That was a nasty interception he had. Couple interceptions out there. I believe, was it Robert Quinn? I believe he had a strip sack, or it was somebody. It was one of the D linemen had like a strip sack that Matt got. So
Nah, that
it
was
was
what's the name got that Jenkins caught the strip sack.
oh, Jenkins. Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
they originally called it an interception. They thought it was an interception, but then they looked and was like, oh no, that was a strip sack and he just caught it. But yeah, Jenkins ended up with the recovery. And I heard somebody say, yeah, next time score a touchdown because offense wasn't doing it. But yeah. Yeah, but still, man, it's like God, man. It's just like y'all they definitely played more inspired than the offense. Let me just say that. Definitely played
I
more
mean,
inspired.
and think about it. Why did they play more inspired? Because they have a leader. They have Khalil Mack, and Khalil Mack ain't trying to go out like no bum, like
Yeah,
never.
man.
There's nothing like, and you saw it yesterday. Khalil Mack showed up. He didn't get a sack, I believe, but he showed up. He was in Drew Brees' face all night, and that's why the score was the way the score was. Um, I just want to get into this next thing. You sent me this clip earlier. I couldn't really crop it as well as I wanted to, so I apologize to the fans. I like to make it as quick as possible, but my iMovie wasn't really working. So, but we found this very interesting. PJ sent me this earlier, what Mitch was talking about. So I'm just gonna go ahead and play some of it.
I'm good. Mitch, do you want to be back here next year?
Yeah, I think I could definitely see myself back here next year. Obviously, a lot of that's out of my control, but it feels like home, and it feels like we have unfinished business. Um, and right now, I'm really just bummed about how the season being over and how the game went. So a lot of emotions going on right now, but I could see that, but we'll see. There's a lot of things that got to happen and a lot of decisions that got to be made, and it's out of my control. But I could see that.
Deion Miller.
I found that interesting, man. Mitch really thinks he played good enough to come back. What are your thoughts, EJ? I'm actually
Heck,
super interested to hear what you got to say, bro.
heck no. You think you play well enough to come back? Hold up. Well, let me see. Did you put up Deshaun Watson type numbers? Did you put up Patrick Mahomes type numbers? No, you did not. You need to go, bro. Like seriously, 16 touchdowns and 8 interceptions. That ain't cutting it for me. The offense. Okay, let me just say this. He definitely. I gotta give him props. All right, because the dude got benched. And like last year, they were talking about how he was turning off TVs and at Hallis Hall because he didn't want to hear people talking crap about him, and it was like questions about his toughness and his demeanor. But it's like this year, the dude got benched, came back, played well. Yeah, it was against bad teams, but still, he played well enough to get them those wins. Okay, at least the wins against what it was the Lions, the Jaguars, and the Texans. Okay, he got those wins, and then they beat the Vikings too, right?
Lions. We lost the Lions, but he beat the Lions that
Oh yeah,
first
yeah,
week.
that's right. They lost to the Lions, and he beat them the first game of the season. But yeah, he beat the Vikings, Texans, Jaguars, and dang, who was their last team? But
They
regardless,
lost against the Packers.
yeah, and they lost against the Packers. So it's like he showed signs in those games, but at the same time, it's like, why are we still talking about he shows signs? He's showing improvement at this point in his career. Look at that kid in San Diego, man, how well he played as a rookie. It's like that dude, he's gonna be showing signs going forward. He's gonna be making improvements. He had a good rookie year. Trubisky didn't have a rookie year like that. But it's like, but oh yeah, I think I play well enough to stay on the team. Nah, bro. If you come back on this team, it needs to be in a backup role. If you leave this team, it's gonna be in a backup role if somebody decides to sign you. Like you have talent, but you ain't the answer. And that's the problem. The Bears don't have the answer at the quarterback position. And it's like I'm sick of having this conversation every year with them. Who's gonna be the quarterback? Do we have the quarterback of the future? Heck no, we don't have the quarterback of the future. We ain't had one in like 100 years, man. It's like Jesus Christ. Like I'm literally sick of having this conversation every year. They need to honestly give. I don't give a damn about whatever else they do next season. They number one priority needs to figure out who's going to be the quarterback of this team going forward, and it needs to be like he needs to be the guy, and he needs to be like honestly, there should be no question. There shouldn't be like, oh, we got this dude just in case this dude messes up. Nah, man. Like it don't need to be Trubisky and whoever it is. Like they need to get this settled once and for all. Because as a fan, I'm sick of having this conversation every year, man. Like real talk.
Man, and I feel you on that 100%, bro. Um, have you heard the latest with like the Deshaun Watson thing? I wonder if that's like more of a rumor or a real thing. Like he's really trying to lead the Texans.
Nah,
I,
man. It's not a rumor. It's legit. Like him and the Texans, they not on good terms right now. He honestly, I haven't. They haven't said that he exactly wants to leave, but he's like real pissed off with them right now to the point where they they haven't said they're going to trade him. But if things keep up the way they are, I think it's going to be in a situation where he's going to get traded. And here's the thing that I heard today too: wherever if somebody, okay, let's say like a team like the Jaguars puts in a trade offer for Deshaun Watson, he has like a clause in his contract where he's like, "Nah, I don't want to go there. Y'all can
oh,
pick
okay.
another team." So he can literally they can trade him if they want to decide to trade him, which would be dumb because he's really good. But they could trade him, and if it's to a team that he don't like, he can say, "Nah, I don't want to go there." He has that power. He has actually that power to do that. So it's like I don't know what the situation is 100%, but because like it's not really rumor, but what they're saying is like I think what's gonna happen is like he's probably gonna wait it out, see who they're gonna end up as the next head coach. If it's a coach they actually like, if he actually likes, then I think maybe he'll want to stay. But if it's somebody, if he ain't feeling what they're doing, then I think he's gonna be out because his main beef is like they approached him and said, "Hey, Deshaun, like, well, we gonna let you have input on like who we hire and stuff like that." And then like they hired a coach that he didn't want, and it's like, well, like he got pissed off about it. It's like they made decisions like getting rid of DeAndre Hopkins. He was pissed off about that, and it's like they just doing stuff, and he like, well, how y'all gonna approach me, ask me what y'all want me to do, or what y'all like want my opinion on stuff, and then don't ask my opinion when you do it. So it's like I think that's his beef right now with them.
And if I'm a team like the Bears, like you were saying earlier, it feels like it's been 100 years since we had a good quarterback. you know for sure Deshaun Watson is good, if
Yep.
not great already. Like, yeah, he
Yep.
hasn't won a
Yep.
Super Bowl, but he doesn't also have a good coach like Patrick Mahomes does. Like Andy Reid is also a great coach. Like, and people
Yep.
are just saying Patrick Mahomes, but Andy Reid developed them,
Yep.
or the QB coach. Like they all took part in making them better. So if you know you missed out on Deshaun Watson, it's time to make it right. Man up and be like, I made a mistake in the QB I picked. I picked a backup instead of a franchise starting quarterback. My
Yep.
bad, Deshaun. I didn't bring you in for an interview. I'm sorry. What will it take for us to bring you here? Do you want us to take Virginia McCaskey's spot off the Jets so you can sit there? What do you want us to do? Like I heard supposedly the Texans, just to start the conversation, they wanted 3 first rounds and 2 second rounds, or no, 3 second rounds and a player just to start the conversation.
Yep.
Start that conversation, Bears. What do you have to lose? You've
Honestly.
already lost so much in the last couple of decades. Why not just bet on Deshaun Watson? He's already proven. Like, have you seen some of his games? Like, bro, like not even just regular season. 2 years ago, I was watching a Deshaun Watson game where this man broke 2 tackles. The dudes literally both ran into him at the same time. He
Yep. I
spinned
remember
out of
that play.
it and threw it to the running back. The running back ran it in for a touchdown.
Yep.
That's a legendary type play. Like I've never seen Trubisky do anything close to that.
Nah, man.
And this guy did it in the playoffs. It's time to make things right. You have to
Yeah.
go out there and get this guy. And if you're not going to go out there and get this guy, I don't know what you're doing, but you're not doing it right.
Yeah, man. Honestly, something's gonna have to change. Like they honestly, Nagy needs to go. Like I said, maybe give him one more year. He needs to go. That offense of his, like your offensive coach, your offense is straight trash. Don't make no type of sense. That's like being a defensive court. That's like being a defensive coach, and you having a mediocre defense every year. Then what the heck are you doing here? Then your specialty is defense, but you suck on defense. His specialty is offense, and they suck on offense. So it's like, why is he still here? It's like, yeah, okay, first year 12-4. Everybody thought, okay, we the Bears, we finna like run this division. Nah, the Packers and Vikings did better than you last year. Then this year, Packers dominated again. Can't beat them, save y'all lives. It's like, what is enough for y'all, man? It's like, yeah, 8-8, 8-8. That's not a losing record. It ain't a winning record either. So it's like, like,
That's 500 ball. If
yeah,
that's mediocre. That's
yeah, it is.
if you can call yourself professional. Like, for example, if I go to my job and I do average work, they're probably gonna fire me
Yup,
because they're not looking for somebody to do average work. They want at least above average work. They want you to act like you want to be there.
yeah,
Why aren't these guys that are getting paid millions of dollars being held accountable?
yeah,
Since I've been a little kid, since kindergarten, what did you have to do? When you after you ate or whatever, hey, it's nap time. Like everything, like you're accountable. Like you fix your little area after you're done. Like accountability. So you're saying a kindergartner has more accountability than some of these professional ball players? Like
yeah, man.
earlier, how we were saying Javon Wims misses that catch and he's still out on the field, and Riley Ridley is just looking up at the stars, or not at the stars because he's in the dome. He's just looking
Yeah,
up. This guy is out there to ball. His brother is Calvin Ridley. You don't think they train together? You
yeah,
don't think his brother's whispering in his ear like, "Yo, this is how you become better, and this is how you get started, a starting job."
yeah.
This guy's a beast. Javon Wims is a bum. Like, I don't want to see him out there anymore. If he's on
No,
the
he don't need to be
roster,
there.
if he's on the roster next year, this team really has a problem.
Yes, totally agree. Totally
And
agree.
and on that note, I wanted to show also what a little bit of what Nagy was talking about after the game. I also didn't get time to crop this up, so I apologize to the fans if it doesn't look that great. I'm gonna go ahead and show it now.
You know, it's always difficult coming off a loss in any at any point. But for us, you know, being at the end of the season, you know, there's a lot of emotions in that locker room, and just to appreciate these guys. It's been a long year, and I love every one of these guys, these players, these coaches, and been through a lot. So it's not where we want to be. So we understand we got to grow from this. We got to learn in a lot of different areas. But these guys, again, when they fight and they care about it, at this moment, I just appreciate them. And so as far as the game, third down on offense, we struggled, you know, to be 1 of 10. You know, when you have an opportunity to make some big plays, you got to be able to make those opportunities against a really good football team. You give credit to Sean Payton and that team. They got a lot of great things going there. They're tough, you know, and so in all three phases for us, we just didn't put it together. And we know that we got to be better, and we got to score more points. Defensively, I thought our guys came out and fought. We talked all week about getting the ball on the ground, getting turnovers, getting takeaways. You could feel the energy and the juice on the sideline. And so that part was good. Offensively, you know, we struggled to get that run game going, and we've been a lot better weeks prior, and we were able to work off of our boots and our nakeds and our play.
I'm sorry. I've heard enough.
Like real talk, man.
I've heard it. Please let me go first, man.
Go
Please let me
ahead,
go
man.
first.
Go in, bro.
So for starters, why is he still saying we need to learn? You're a head coach of a billion-dollar team. You get paid millions of dollars to be a head coach and to teach these players. Why are you still learning?
Yep.
What the fuck do you have to learn? You're a head
Yeah.
coach.
Yeah.
That's one thing. The next thing is you see him in his pressers. He's all like, "Yeah, we got to get better." You know, still when I talk, like, bro, you're bullshitting. That's why, man.
Yes.
Bro, I'm tired of it. Like, I'm seeing it through all the bullshit, and he's talking about, oh, the defense came out to play well. The offense, you know, I wish we would have had a better running game. It's like, dude, you were putting people in the worst positions. Earlier, we were talking about, I don't know if we were talking about at the beginning of the show, but before the show, me and you were talking about, Matt Nagy, you're putting these people in the worst positions. Like, this man literally had Ryan Nall in a key point in the game on a 3rd and 4, run the ball out of the gun formation.
Stupid.
Bro, out of the gun formation.
Stupid.
So you picked the slowest person you got to run that.
Stupid.
And then he's talking about, oh, I wish we would have done better. It's the same shit, bro. I'm tired of it. Like, I texted you. I was like, if his head does not roll Monday morning, this team has a fucking problem. And guess what? His head is not on a spike. He's fine. He's good to go. You told me earlier in that presser, he looked so comfortable, like he knew his job was safe.
Yeah. He talking like a dude that ain't getting fired. That's what he talking like. Oh yeah, we need to do this and we need to do that. Blah blah blah. It's like, bro, you must have had a talk with the ownership and president of the team, man. Because honestly, you don't sound like a. You honestly don't. You ain't taking no accountability for how trash your offense is this late in the season. Oh, you know, I've seen improvements. All this book. It's like you said, man. It's a bunch of BS. It's literally a bunch of BS. Like, what are you saying to these dudes in the locker room? Because honestly, if he my head coach and I'm hearing this bull crap, like, I don't want to play for you. Where does the accountability at, man? Like, seriously, we play like trash out there on the offensive side. Like, I couldn't be a offensive player on his team. It's like, what are you teaching me, man? How are we improving? We have not improved. We played 17 games this year, and we didn't look good against the like garbage defenses. Against a good defense, if you a good offense, you gonna make a good defense look bad. Okay, you gonna make them look like they just okay. If you a good
Fact.
offense, if you playing against an okay defense, you make them look like they trash. This team can't even do that against like they play good against bad defenses, but like good defense and okay defenses, they just totally just disappear, man. It's like why like I'm sick of Nagy and his bull crap, man. It's like get him out of here. Like for real, like I said, you're an offensive coach, your offense can't do nothing. Like why are you here?
And I agree, Trevor. I agree with what EJ
Totally
said,
agree.
and I agree with what you say, Trevor, down in the comments, bro. We fire better coaches. Me and EJ were talking about this. We were saying that we fire Lovie Smith at 10-6, but we retained this guy for the last 2 years. We go, what was the last year? I think we went 7-9, and then now we go 8-8. Or no, did we go 8-8 last year? Because I don't think
Yeah,
he's ever had a losing season. So
yeah,
it's like
2 8 and 8 seasons. Yeah.
that's mediocre though.
Yep.
You got into the playoffs by the skin of your teeth. Like a better team deserved to be in the playoffs. Like the
Yep.
Dolphins, for example, a
Yeah.
10-6 team. Same thing that
Yep.
happened to the Bears. You know what I'm saying? Like either the National Football League has to change the format altogether, or
Need to do
something's
something.
got to give. Because like it was just embarrassing to watch the Bears out there yesterday. Like it was just a waste of time.
Yes, it was.
Like I literally just
Totally.
sat there. I was like, I'm wasting my time when I know they're gonna lose.
Yep.
Once I saw that it was 7-3 in the third quarter and we still haven't scored, and then we start off with the ball and we don't score in the third quarter, I was like, this is done. The Javon Williams drop. This is done. And I'm not even on the team, bro. I'm telling you, those guys felt deflated as fuck.
Yeah, especially after that
I'm
Williams drop, man.
looking at the coach like you drew that up for that bum ass nigga, but Allen Robinson is right here.
Yep.
You think Allen Robinson is dropping that?
Heck no, he ain't dropping that.
Allen
Allen
Robinson is
Robinson,
dropping that, bro.
no. It's like that man got glue on his hands or something, bro. Like he makes great catches. Like a lot of the catches that he makes is like catches that top wide receivers make. The dude is an underrated player, and we wasting his career with these trash quarterbacks and this trash offense. If I was him, I'm like, shoot, I'm out of here. Like y'all ain't pay me the money I want to get paid, and it's like I'm wasting my talents on this garbage team with this garbage offense. I wouldn't want to come back if I was him. I highly doubt we're gonna see him on the squad next year unless they get a quarterback and like, oh, okay, I can mess with him. He can give me the ball, and I ain't got to worry about him. I ain't got to worry about the offense looking trash, like because he the quarterback. It's like look at all the top teams in the NFL, man. Like, what's the number one thing that they have? Good quarterback play. Look at all the teams that's still left in the playoffs, minus the Rams, because I ain't feeling their quarterback situation, but they got a good defense. But minus the Rams, look at all the teams that's still left in the NFL. They got big name quarterbacks that's making plays. It's like, come on, man. Like for real.
At this point, I'm just saying it's time to blow it up. We're gonna find out. Because I think is it after the Super Bowl that is like usually when people start getting fired. It's called like Black Monday or something like that. I'm not sure, but
Yep.
I'm waiting to see, man. I'm trying to make sure that this team is set because if we're gonna keep being 8-8, we might as well just be bad and start getting some good draft picks and just start
Like
building
real
this
talk.
team up again. Because
Real talk.
we did that for a couple years when Mark Trestman, we built them up to where they are now. So, but it's the same thing. Um, Hopefully going forward, I'm not sure who's the one who really makes decisions on who gets fired ultimately. I don't know if it's George or if it's Ted, but one of them they got to look themselves in the mirror and be like, "Yo, we got to do a service to these fans that still go out and buy our stuff each and every season.
Yeah,
The
for real,
ones
man.
that be out there in negative weather watching our games when COVID-19 is not, running rapid right now.
Yeah,
So
man.
I just hope that everything gets better, man. But on a lighter note, I'm really liking Duke Shelley, man. He's got some potential. He
Yeah,
he he messed up a
anybody
couple.
better than Buster Screen.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So I would say get rid of Buster and let one of these young guys try to battle out for that spot. And I think Duke Shelley, he has a lot of talent, man. Like I saw him in a game that really mattered, which is a wild
Yep.
card game. He was balling, bro. He wasn't out there letting little basic things like get him. He was on everything. He was running hard. The defensive line was running well. Like even Robert Quinn for the limited time that he was out there was almost getting to the quarterback. Man, it was just good defensive play all around, man. Just this damn
Yep.
offense in the NFL that is built for you. It's built for the offense. We were talking on one of the podcasts. If you get looked at wrong, you're getting a penalty.
Yep.
If you sneeze on a guy, 15 yards. So
Yeah, man.
there's no way you shouldn't be explosive as an NFL team, and it's one of the charter franchises.
Yep.
There's
Sad,
teams
man.
that are playing better than us right now, like the Browns. But there's no way the Browns should have been doing better than us in the playoffs. Yeah, they got the talent, but come on, man. So do we.
Yeah.
Tell me one
But
player out there that's better, maybe besides Baker Mayfield compared to like Trubisky, is better on the Browns team. The difference is they got a good coach. That's the difference, man.
yep.
That's the biggest difference.
Yeah, and it's like they made some good moves in free agency. They drafted some good players, and it's like, but we sitting here, we pretty much sold the house when we got Khalil Mack. We traded all them draft picks. That kind of set us back a little bit. Then the draft picks we made, some of them didn't even turn out well. And it's like, it's just situations like that. It's like that's another dude that needs to get out of here, Pace, man. It's like some of these decisions that he don't made as a GM. It's like it's not really some of the guys he signed and drafted. It's like the dudes that he didn't draft that's killing us, man. It's like, nah, man. And it's like then you get Coach Nagy. It's like these coordinators, man. It's like they try to get these younger coaches and stuff, and it's like, you know, these dudes that's like a hot item right now. Oh, yeah, he's from the Andy Reid coaching tree. It's like, yeah, well, guess what? I guess Andy Reid's coaching genius didn't rub off from him because our offense is straight trash. So it's like if we got some of Andy Reid's offense over here, we would been. And let me say this though, like a player that we could have used this year, and I seen him recently. I'm like Tariq Cohen, he would have helped us a lot this year, but him
Oh,
being
that's
out, it's
my
like,
guy. That's my guy, bro.
yeah. Yeah, man. It's like him being out on a freak play. I remember the play and I saw it. I'm like, dang, he might be gone for the year when I saw that. And yeah, tore his ACL in that play. It was on a block. So it's like, yeah, man. Yeah, this is from Dragon Ball Super. That's like the Wii symbol, Eric. Like, yeah, man. It's like,
It's a dope hat. I
like,
had to compliment him on that, man. It looks dope. Super dope,
yeah,
man. I
man.
gotta rock that. You gonna make me want to get some dope Dragon Ball Z stuff. uh, I was gonna say we can wrap it up with a couple of things here. With the bonehead decisions, I believe we were talking about that Anthony Miller play where he gets ejected from the game to like practically in the beginning of the game. Like you can't tell me that these decisions that these players are making, the coach obviously he has to tolerate it because you're telling me that, for example, Bill Belichick, you think Bill Belichick would tolerate something like that? You think Anthony Miller would ever see the field again?
Heck no.
I bet you
He
he
would
would
have
be
been
on the first
released the next day.
plane back to Memphis, the school he came out of. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's gone.
Yeah.
This is the shit that I'm talking about. That's why this coach got to go, man. Nagy, like we don't tolerate. I wouldn't tolerate some shit like that. No way.
No, man.
No.
No.
What kind of message does that send to my team? You guys can do whatever I don't care what you guys do. Just do whatever you want. I'm gonna back you guys up. So, bro, bonehead decisions like that, like playing Javon Wims over Riley Ridley. My bad. His name is a tongue twister sometimes for me.
Yeah, it is.
Like I see the star in Ridley. Like, he's not fast, but the dude can run. He can run some routes.
Like, just get him on the field, man. Like, dude don't get no type of PT. Like,
Facts.
for real.
Facts. And then just to close it up, what's next? I feel like what's next for us is, if we're not going to go after Deshaun Watson, which it will be a second mistake. That'd be strike number 2 on the Deshaun Watson shit.
Yep.
If you don't go out there to get him next year, you have to clean house. That's my take. I don't care what else happens. Clean house. Everybody has to go except for maybe Khalil Mack.
Yeah, man. It's like, honestly, they gonna have to. They got to make changes. Like, the definition of insanity, what is like doing the same thing over and over, expecting the same different result. It's like they keep doing the same crap every year. It's like Nagy, man. Like, last 2 years, like he is who he is. And yeah, they got some problems on the offensive line. Their offensive line is an absolute joke. But it's like, still, it's like their offense is like, they're not a good offense. Even their best season, his best season as the team, as the coach for the team, their offense was just decent. Yeah, they showed some flashes like a few games during the season. Their defense was like incredible that year. But it's like the offense just ain't never been like, and it's gotten worse these last 2 years. But it's like, still, man, you offensive coach and the offense is not making no types of improvements. It's like, nah, man, it's like it's time to make changes. We need to get him out of here. Pace needs to go, which was just his bad decision making as a GM. You know, Mitch, I'm sorry, you got to go. Like, I don't know what you're gonna do next, but it shouldn't be here. So it's like he needs to go. It's like, it's just time to make changes. And then they gotta make some, like, they gonna have to like plug in some new dudes on defense. It's like some of the guys just didn't work out for them, and it's like the injuries messed them up too. Like Jalen Johnson being gone didn't help. He's a pretty good rookie corner. They could have used him, even though, like you said, Duke Shelley, he did pretty well. Vildor, he made some good. He had some moments too. But it's like, still, it's like, I don't know what the heck happened with Eddie Jackson this year. It's like he just totally was not himself. But still, it's like,
He hasn't
it's
been
just
himself since Vic Fangio.
honestly, real talk. Like, he really has it, man. It's like,
Big Fangio was no nonsense. Like, you're not gonna be out on the field if you're not tackling and making your reads. That's
yeah,
if I'm putting together a football team, the first person that I'm looking for is for a head coach that is not gonna tolerate any bullshit. That is gonna be only picking players that is team first, and they only play for the jersey name. They don't play for the back of the jersey. They play for the front, where it says, it has the logo on it. So that's the type of team players that I'm looking for. All that name shit and your stardom, that comes later when you have success. I don't understand some of these guys. All that's come, like, why do you think Kelvin Johnson and people like him were good? They didn't care. They went out there and worked. Put in, like Calvin Johnson. I remember one time, just say this real quick. They were doing like a sports science on Calvin Johnson, and they says that his catching radius was the size of like a normal neighborhood garage, like, like a 2-door garage. Like that was his catching radius. I was like, holy shit!
Like, that's insane.
But the dude, obviously, he had intangibles like his size, but the dude worked hard to go out. He would make diving catches look like it was nothing. Like. If you want to be a stud, you have to work hard, man. And I agree
honestly.
with Eric, bro. I miss Vic 100%. And I
Yeah,
don't think
for
we'll
real,
ever
man.
have a chance to bring him back, to be honest. Now that he's gotten a taste of being a head coach, I don't think he's ever going to want to be anything else.
Yeah,
So,
honestly.
Brandley Staley. I don't know who that is. I got Brandon Staley. I got to look who that is. So, I'm going to do some homework on that guy, Trevor. And I
Yeah,
know you got
so
some good knowledge, so I'm definitely going to look him up. And
need to
then I
get
just
Trevor on here too.
Yeah, hey, for real, Trevor, got to get you on here to talk some knowledge, man. Next week we're doing Chicago Bulls though, since the Bear season is over. We talking some Bulls next week. So I just want to shout out my wife, man, for always letting me do my thing out here. And y'all in the chat, man. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, real talk, man. Appreciate y'all coming and watching the stream with us. But yeah, man, honestly, let me shout out my wife watching my little kids. I can see them. I mean, I can hear them in the background acting a fool, but you know, she holding it down for me. And then let me just shout out, like, let me try to, the positive note. Let me shout out the Bears. They made it to the playoffs. So y'all get a shout out for making it to the playoffs. We got to watch y'all be trash one more week. So shout out to them.
I like that. I like that. All right, so we found out who Brandon is. So he's the Rams D coordinator.
Okay, I like that.
And I messed with that because the Rams got good defense, man. And look, who's out there balling? Who's out there balling? Leonard fucking Floyd.
Yeah.
God damn, man. Why does everybody that leave the Bears go do well somewhere else?
Yeah, man, it's annoying.
It's annoying. Like
bro.
watching these guys do great somewhere else. Like watch, we're gonna watch Mr. Trubisky be at least above average somewhere else. Like Bill Belichick will probably grab him and be like, yeah, I'm about to fix this guy. Check this out. But man, but that was fun, man. Good episode today, man. Shout out you guys in the chat. Y'all was live today, bro. Y'all gotta come every week. Next week,
for real.
if y'all trying to come in as guests, let me know, man. I'll shoot you guys a text. But thanks for stopping by, man. This was fun as always, man. And y'all already know what it is, man. Mike and EJ's Bears Breakdown.